Hey guys, it is late. My kids are in bed. Praise the Lord. And I look awful, but it's because I worked out today. Getting ready for Texas. Don't want to be like getting down there in the Texas heat and be like, I can't walk anymore. So that's why I look the way that I do. So I feel like that is justified. Okay, so wonderful Crystal in our team group had requested that I do a video over leads, and I know that leads are super duper important, and it is always something that I am striving to make sure that I have a good system on, and it's just something that I feel like everybody is always working at. So I can't say that what I do is perfect, but I'm just going to tell you what I do, and then you can kind of decide from there what works for you. So the first thing is, how do you even get leads? There's lots of ways that you get leads. There's different kinds of leads. There's party leads, there's Facebook leads, there's out and about leads, there's event leads. There's all different kinds of ways to get leads. So this is just going to kind of be a broad overview of just all of the leads combined and what to do with them, because that'll be the easiest. So first of all, this is my lead sheet. It's totally nothing exciting. It's not. I don't know if I made it or if I got it somewhere. I don't know. It's really not hard to do. Type up word processor and it takes like 5 minutes. Type it, copy, paste, cut it out. So mine just says name, address, phone, email. Check if you would like free product by hosting a party, information about fundraisers, or information about joining. That's it. Nothing exciting. But it gets to the basics of what I need to know and what they're wanting from me to follow up on. So that's what I have. This little baby I have in my purse. That way if somebody stops me and is like, oh, you know, about my CardiCal or my pink zebra purse that I have, or just randomly, are you the pink zebra lady? I am. Let me get out my sheet. You know, if they want a catalog, have them fill out this sheet and you can follow up with them. So I have it in my van with me. I have it in my purse with me. I use it in my customer folders. At parties, sometimes there are people there that don't purchase, but you want to make sure that you have their information to follow up with them. Also, let's see, parties in the car. In my vendor shows, I use these. There's different ways that you could use them at vendor shows. You could do a raffle for a Reed diffuser. You could do a raffle to get a sample in the mail, to get a catalog in the mail. There's just a ton of different ways that you can do it. However you do it, you've got to get information. That is number uno of whatever you do. You've got to get their information. And that is sometimes the hardest part about doing it. And I know that I am constantly working on this as well. Sometimes events get super duper crazy, and so it is hard to do it, but you have to do it. It's not optional. You have to do it, because this is going to be your future hostesses, your future customers, your future recruits. You never know, so you want to make sure that you have that. So let's say you have them filled out and you get home from your event. Then what are you going to do? The first thing that I do, and if you've seen my videos before, especially the ones on my office organization, which totally need to redo that too, but my office is messy, so we'll wait till I clean it, which I don't know when that could be. But the first thing that I do, I get home from an event and they go right in here. This is a red folder, which means urgency, or at least that's what it's supposed to mean. And it has contact on here. So as soon as I get home, this helps me from losing my leads. Sometimes, you know, you get done with a show and you're just quick scrambling everything around, and, you know, you don't want to misplace them, so they go in here. In here is where they go until I do my first follow-up call. First follow-up call, I think, needs to be within 24 hours, no later. This is why. This is just my thinking, and if y'all watch my videos, you know, sometimes it's a little crazy, but this is what I think. Okay, so you go to a vendor show, right? And sometimes there's 40, 50, 100 vendors there. So the customers coming along, checking out all the tables, filling out door price slips. Sometimes that little memory of, oh, I stopped at the pink zebra table and I clicked that, or I checked off that I was interested in a fundraiser, sometimes that can get lost. So I figure I don't want that little memory of me at my table to be replaced with something else. Because, you know, my life's busy, so I'm sure their lives are busy, and being a mom, your mind is constantly blah, 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 all the time, so I want to make sure that I stay fresh in their mind. So I say 24 hours. So this is what I do. If I'm at an event that is more than, one day, sometimes they're 2, 3, 4 days. So I want to make sure that I follow up with them right away. So if I cannot call them because it's late at night, I have another event the next day, I will just send out an email, and I'll just send out a generic email to everybody that I got slips from and just say, hey, thanks for stopping past the Pink Zebra booth today. It was really nice to meet you. A reminder of, the Paisley pick for the month or whatever. If you check marked that you are interested in hosting a party or joining my team, I will be contacting you Monday night. Or, kind of let them know when when they'll be expecting to hear from you. If you changed your mind and you decided that you would be interested in hosting, please feel free to reach out to me or whatever you want your email to say. However it is, it needs to be within 24 hours. If you can call the next day, then do it. Just bite the bullet, pick up the 700-pound phone, and do it. Just call them. So let's do an example. These are my past lead box, so like my money box. Ooh. Kind of like that, right? So let's see here. I got some leads. This one is just a name, address, phone number, and email. So if she won the door prize, if I did a door prize, I would call her and let her know, yeah, you won. No, you didn't. If you didn't win, this is what you could get. I'm going to offer you free shipping or, whatever. Offer them, kind of like a second place kind of deal. You could do that. You could add, I have her email, so I'm going to add her to my newsletter that I send out every month. She didn't check anything, but I'll be sure to follow up with her, usually probably via email, since she did not check anything. This one, I wrote a little note on there. She didn't check anything either, but she gave me all of her information, and I wrote on there what she purchased. So she purchased Sweet Pea and Lily. So I'm going to follow up with her. This one, I will probably, since she already purchased, I'm going to use her and just, kind of send out a regular general email and just say, hey, it was really nice to meet you. This is my contact information. I'll be checking in with you in, a couple days or whatever to see how you like your Sweet Pea and Lily scent. So that's how I follow up with her. Let's see here. Sometimes they only give you either phone number or email, and that's okay too, because I'm kind of funny about giving out my phone number to people too, so I understand that, and I'll just contact them whatever they feel comfortable giving me. This one checked that she's interested in free products by hosting a party and information about fundraisers. So I'm going to call her up within 24 hours, and I'm going to say, hey, Crystal, just be like, hey, Crystal, I met you on Saturday at my Pink Zebra table at Blankety Blank show, and I was going through my door prize slips, and I see that you checked off that you'd be interested in hosting a home party. When would that work best for you? Just write in, get in, remind them of what they checked off, because sometimes the kids go through and they check off things for their mom that their mom did not want to check, so you want to make sure that you go over what you checked with them. And then you want to just right into picking a party date. Just get right to it. Then, you guys already know about rebuttals and things like that. So that's what I would do with her. Let's see what else we got here. This one says that she gave me all of her information. She bought a mix from me, and she also bought warm apple pie. So again, I will follow up with her and just say, hey, I'll be checking in with you in a couple of days, seeing how you like your mix that you got in your warm apple pie, and, kind of check up with her, but within 24 hours. She also said that she'd be interested in hosting a party in a certain month. So when I follow up with her, I'll be like, and, you know, just want to see, I'll check in with you in a couple days and see how your mix and your warm apple pie sprinkles are doing. And also, you had checked that you would like a party in a couple months, so I'll be sure to add that to the books. Is there a certain time that you're looking at, you know, pinpoint kind of down, you know, is the beginning of the month, the end of the month, middle of the month, and then, you know, you can add her to the follow-ups later. This one wanted information about joining my team. So, for sure, she's going to be 24 hours. Usually, the ones that want to join my team are first on the list to be called. So, I'm going to call her and just be like, hey, Crystal, I met you at Blankety Blank show on Saturday, and I was going through my price slips, and we had talked about that you were interested in joining my team. Is there any questions that you have regarding that? And kind of go into it like that. So, 24 hours. You need to either email them or personally call them. Personally call them is the best route. That is the best way, obviously, you know, to get people on the phone. Let's say they don't respond within 24 hours, okay? Wait, you know, around 3 days, 3 to 5 days. Try them again. If they don't respond within the second contact, then kind of wait 7 to 10 days. If they don't respond to that, then I add them to my email list. That's kind of how I do it. But again, I cannot stress that enough. The first 24 hours are absolutely crucial. Don't wait any more than that. You want to make sure that they have that little memory of you in their booth at, you know, in their mind, fresh, right in the front where they're not going to forget. So kind of how, after I've called them, it's been the first initial contact. Then we're going to add them to my customer care binder, which I have a video of this already, but like always, I've changed it a little bit. So that system works really great, and that system still works. So maybe you want to check out that video because it has, you know, days of the month, things a little bit differently, but since I'm specifically just Pink Zebra now, I've changed kind of how I do things. Again, either way works. So what's in here is some scripts in the front, a pink folder that just has like Facebook lead ones in there. Okay, so I have little tabbies right here, and I have one for samples, which means if I have somebody that is on Facebook, or even if I meet at a vendor show that just was interested in a certain sample, I will fill out their information. Usually it's on a post-it note because I have post-it notes everywhere on my desk, and usually I'll just stick the post-it note right on there for the sample. Then I know that I need to follow up with her. The next tab is recruits that have not joined yet. So any of my leads, like the one that had check marked that she was interested, I will send her out a think about packet, you know, after I talk to her within that 24 hours. I will add her name to the recruits that have not joined, and then I will follow up with her in about 3 days. New consultant tab, I have a current hostess, past hostess, a someday tab, and a career plan. That's just for fun because I keep that everywhere because I think it's really important to have your map everywhere. The someday tab is going to be for anybody that says, oh, I'd like to have a party, just not right now. Or, oh, I'd like to join your team, but right now I don't have the money for it. Any of those kind of people are going to be put in the someday tab, and that way that I can continuously, you know, be following up with them like every month or whatever. Another little tip, especially for that someday tab, is, I don't know what I just did with my little sheet. When they're filling out that door price slip that I just had, that I already lost on my desk, when they're filling that out, make sure that after they fill it out, that on the back you're writing information about them. So let's say they mention that they're going to be moving. That would be a perfect time to have a party for, you know, a new house, a housewarming party. So make sure you write that on there. Maybe they're having a baby. Maybe they're having a graduation. Maybe they're a mom with 7 kids and, you know, they kind of need some mom time. Maybe being a consultant would be a great idea for them. Any little tidbits. They have a birthday coming up. They have an anniversary coming up. Anything that you can think of that will help relate to them, that will help your cold calls, which your cold calls are no fun to do. I'm with you on that, sister. I do not like doing cold calls either. But like this lady right here, she didn't write down anything. But if I know that, you know, I put on the back that, let's say she's moving in a couple weeks, then I'll follow up with her in a couple weeks. I'll be like, hi, Crystal, remember I met you at the blankety blank show, and you had mentioned to me that you were going to be moving in a couple weeks. Have you gotten moved and settled in? And then, you know, kind of go into, now would be a great time to have a party. It'd be super easy. All you have to do is get me the guest list, provide a couple snacks, and I'll do the rest of the work. So you're going to be building a relationship, which is what you want to do. And that's really important when you're doing these events, especially when you're doing events, because they can go so fast. And you sometimes only have a few minutes to connect with these people. Sometimes you don't have time to connect with them at all because the event's going so fast and you're working with somebody here and there's somebody looking and somebody signing up, and sometimes it's really fast, but you've got only a few minutes that you need to connect and find something personal about them, and then remind them of that when you call them so that you have something, so it doesn't feel like you're going, hi, this is Shaya, and I was just wondering if you would book a party, because that's totally awkward, at least for me anyway. Some people can do that, and if you can, high five to you, because I cannot. So I would rather have something personal to connect with them, so I feel like I'm calling a friend versus just, you know, calling them, would you please book a party with me? You know, I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it anyway. So, I don't know. I feel like I've been rambling, but I hope that at least something in here kind of, you know, helped you, you know, decide how to handle your leads. Most importantly, it's going to be 24 hours. And most importantly, you want to have them organized so that you know how to follow up them. You cannot let a lead go. If you let a lead go, they're going to find a new consultant that will follow up with them and that will want their business. So it is super important that whatever you do, you find a system that works for you. And the most important thing is that you actually do it. You have to do it. It's not optional. Following up with leads is not optional. It's a law in the direct sales world. So that's it. I'm going to go up and enjoy the peace and quiet while my children are snoozing. All right. Have a great night.